I am Rohan Khaunte, Minister for Tourism, Information Technology, Electronics and Communication, State of Goa, India.
Thank you for joining Breaking Travel News here at Arabian Travel Market Dubai. That's a fantastic title and I think very, very interesting. First of all, give us an update on Goa.
Well, I think Goa, not to be on a larger side, but I think Goa wouldn't need much introduction. Goa has been a preferred destination for many. It's been known for its long 104-kilometer coastline. It's been known for its food. It's been known for its gastronomic delights. So things which have been on the coast is something what Goa has always been known. The party life, the nightlife. Today we talk about Goa in a little different form. What we have never explored. We are talking about Goa beyond beaches. We are talking about the hinterlands. We are talking about the ecotourism. We are talking about wellness. We are talking about adventure. We are talking about weddings. We are talking about mice. We are talking about food. So we are talking about many things. Post-COVID learnings allowed us to think more broadly. Sports tourism, tech tourism has been something which we have been moving very aggressively in the last 2 years. And we realized that what we have had as naturally was never explored, was never been an opportunity for people to come and explore. So today traditions, festivities, history, spiritualism is something people want. They want to be very in a space of tranquility. So that's what when they come to Goa, they would want to have this also. So a normal average domestic tourist coming into Goa would want to stay for 3 to 4 nights. We are looking at expanding his horizon of stay of at least 6 nights. International tourist coming into Goa now normally stays for 9 nights, which would want to expand to 12 to 14 nights. So with all these aspects of building around stories, around adventure, wellness, food, hinterlands, we are talking about newer Goa, Goa 2.0, which we are talking on sustainability. We are talking as regenerative tourism, the first in the country to talk about, because we believe today the world needs to talk about sustainable development goals. The world needs to talk about green, and this is where we talk about responsible tourists coming in, enjoying Goa with responsibility, and at the same time adding to our story of regenerative tourism.
Tell me more about regenerative tourism.
Well, when we come about regenerative tourism, we need to understand why we are doing this. Regenerative tourism becomes the main aspect and source of economics and employment for the state. So it contributes to about 16.43% to the GDP, and it's about 35% to direct and indirect employment. Politically or apolitically, economics drives the state, and we need to ensure that in long terms we are able to sustain ourselves. The world is in a place of competition, and we in the country are in a form of cooperative, collaborative, and competitive form of federalism. So what happens is we need to ensure that we have everything generated in the right aspect. Regenerative tourism focuses on 3 pillars. One is the society, one is the environment, and one is the whole ecosystem in terms of putting things right. So when we start talking about economics, the third pillar, we need to understand what under economics we need to do, what under environment we need to do, and what for the society. So we start building up the newer stories in terms of putting our traditions right, festivities right. For example, you have something called as Tomatino in Spain, which is the festival of tomatoes. In Goa, we have the Devki Krishna temple, Lord Krishna's temple, which we have a mud festival. People in Goa play in mud during the rains, and that's got a lot of history and culture and tradition attached to it. This generates the new thought for a tourist to come in. We have many more forms of this type of things which have been coming in. Goa has been known for 1 or 2 churches and maybe the coastline. We have temples with a lot of spirituality, which are there for almost about 800 to 1000 years old. People come there. People come there as bird watchers. People come there for many things in very small forms. 1.5 million population in Goa, catering to about 10 to 12 million in a year, where roughly about 10 million, 1 million is international and 10 million are domestic tourists. End of the day, we need to ensure that the numbers shouldn't be the game. We need to ensure that the per capita spend also is there. So as we create the ecosystem, being a part of the government, I can say that we are facilitators. We need to have the right new investments coming in. We need to build a new story for Goa. Connectivity becomes a challenge. So we have the new airport coming in. We have the new cruise tourism terminal opening up. So you allow the new form of water to cruise tourism. You have the new airport catering to new numbers. So you can connect to the new markets, emerging markets, which I would call, because predominantly we are connecting ourselves to UK and Russia. So we know that there's a much bigger market, which where per capita spend and high spending individuals come in. We have been talking about charters in the past. We want to talk about FITs in the future. So as we start building these stories around, regenerative tourism has been one mantra which has caught the eyes and the ears of the tourist who has started coming and exploring Goa at its best, allows us to showcase what we are as a product. When I say it's product, it's Goa. So we say we are a place where we are a global opportunities aggregator. So we can aggregate many things around it for people to come and enjoy.
I love it. That's fantastic. Now tell me, how important is being here at Arabian Travel Market for you?
Arabian Travel Mart, last year I had come here, and the type of reviews we got, the type of exchange of ideas we got, we in Goa would love to learn, improvise, change ourselves as per the needs, and ensure that we have the right ecosystem built up. Coming to the ATM, we meet new people from new countries. We understand the countries which were into oils earlier are talking about tourism, because in the future tourism is going to be the mainstay globally. So when we understand this mantra of tourism being the mainstay of globally, we need to have our learnings right. So coming to ATM as government, understanding the initiatives taken by other governments in terms of tourism sectors, allowing our stakeholders to also come and to do B2B businesses, also encouraging investments to come in. I think ATM has been quite a positive thought for all of us. That's why we ensure that when it's ATM, we are here to come, collaborate and talk and make new partners to ensure that whatever ideas I've shared with you, we have a taker for it, and as we build up the new story of tourism.
And as a minister, you have not just tourism but technology under your portfolio. Tell me about the connection between the two.
We need to understand how we can use it at the best. COVID taught us two things. One is we need to learn, and second is we got an incentive. All of us got an incentive of working from home. We use the adversity into an opportunity, and we made it instead of work from home, we said work from Goa. If you realize the last couple of years, corporates, maybe bigger corporates, MNCs, have been incentivizing their people with a 1 month break where they can go and work from the place they would want to be there. Similarly, you have a fraternity of digital nomads. They are freelancers, not attached to any company. They want a place which has a lot of creativity, which has a quality of life, and Goa has this naturally. So when we have it naturally, why not give it? So today we are building an ecosystem around tech tourism, because we wouldn't want to over-exploit ourselves, but at the same time having this type of people here coming into Goa, we have been able to promote our homestay policy. The homestay policy allows us to be very inclusive at the micro level, allowing tourism to be inclusive. The homestay is always manned by women in the house, and that allows the women of the family to earn the bread and butter. She connects them to the local communities. So whether it's the homemade products, handicrafts that's being sold. So from that side, if we start moving upwards, we have started constructing co-working spaces on the beach. So infrastructure with high-speed connectivity on the beach. So you can come with your shots, be playing around with your system, do your part of creativity, enjoy some water sports, go to the shack, enjoy some good meal, have a drink, come back and do your work. So I think these new forms of creativity will allow us to create a space where a digital nomad is normally a high network individual. He is not the normal person. He earns and he wants to spend. So if he is earning, 35% of the spend goes back to the state where he lives in. I think India is incredible. And if we are able to pull the story of digital nomad visas, I think we'll be sailing through with this forthcoming government coming. We'll be able to sail through very comfortably, because Goa is a part of the country, Bharat. But as our country is progressing ahead under our Prime Minister, we are pretty sure this type of concepts of tech tourism will give a small bit of everything, not only to this place like Goa, but to everybody in the country.
Minister, thank you for sharing your thoughts today.
Thank you. Pleasure meeting you.